If you're about to pack your things and move to Denmark, or you're considering to move to Denmark, here are the things that I wish I knew before moving here. I've been living in Denmark for 3 years right now. Well, I guess I've made so many mistakes since I moved here. So I will start with the language. As soon as you move to Denmark and you got your documents, CPR number, opholdstillelse, everything in the world, please go ahead and go sign up for Danish language courses. Just learn Danish. Just learn Danish. It's easy peasy, you know. It's not easy, and it will take definitely time. But as soon as you start with the Danish courses, it will be much easier to integrate here and just to live your life here. I do know and I do understand that English here is a thing. Like, everyone speaks English almost, but to be integrated fully into the society and just feel yourself more confident while you're living here, so it's better to know the local language, right? What a surprise. It took me about like 2 years to finish the language school from scratch, from zero. I knew nothing, like no Danish words at all, to actually pass Dansk A. It does not mean actually that I am fluent in Danish. Okay, and here's the trick. The fact that you will finish the language school does not mean that you will be speaking Danish. I do remember when I finished Danish Education 3 Model 5, and this is exam that I have passed, and it's enough to actually get citizenship. I was not really able to speak Danish properly. I mean, I could understand, I don't know, like 50% of what people are saying, but I felt myself really uncomfortable speaking Danish, and, you know, this pronunciation and the lack of grammar and all of this stuff. I believe that the most efficient way to actually learn Danish is to interact with Danes as much as possible. And I do know there's going to be a struggle that as soon as they hear accent, and they will definitely switch to English, so you will feel more comfortable. But if it's possible, it's better to get Danish speaking job. How can you get a Danish speaking job if you don't speak Danish, right? I don't know. And actually, if you want to know how I have passed this PD3 or Studio Pro, and you can check the videos on my YouTube channel. And if you want to know how I learned Danish, you can also check some videos on my YouTube channel, actually. I'm still not perfect, and you know, I'm still struggling to communicate with Danes, but at least now, I've been having Danish speaking job for like 3 months or something. I do understand like 80% of what they're saying. And this is like a really big progress, and I'm really proud of it. Okay, let's talk about cars. If you're considering to move here to Denmark and you have a driver license, so you're a lucky one. If you're lacking of driver license, so please get one in your home country. I'm pretty sure that the driving license courses in your home country will cost much less than here. I guess we've paid like 14,000 Danish krona for all the courses only. And you know, it's like additional fee you have for exam itself, like 1,000 krona. And if you fail it, so you need to pay 1,000 krona every single time. And on top of that, you will need to get a car. I was talking to some people who moved here from Poland, from Belgium, and they told me that they have sold their car in their home country and actually moved here and bought some car here. Of course, in Copenhagen, the infrastructure is pretty much developed, and you can travel to the center and out of the center like 24/7 almost. But speaking about the rest of Denmark, not really. It's not the case. And if you're living somewhere on Jutland, Bornholm, or on Fyn, it's better to have a car because it will be much easier for you to be flexible. I remember when I was living on Jutland, I needed to wait like 30 minutes or 1 hour to actually get to the just neighbor city. The trip on the car will take me 15 minutes. It was really hard and harsh when I was living on Jutland without car, so it's better to have one. Speaking about taxes, this is my favorite thing actually. I guess the second thing that you would do after moving here and receiving all your documents and signing up for Danish course is to call to SCAT, like to the tax agency, and just say to them like, I need to get a tax card. So it's something that you need to estimate the amount of money that you will earn this year, and just tell them the amount of money. So they will calculate also your deduction, this fradrag that you will have every single month. Your salary will be not fully taxed, if it makes sense. It's an essential thing to do, and actually I don't know why I missed this point and nobody told me that you need to make a tax card, because my first pay slip that I've got, I was working Legoland. I earned like 7,000 and I got only 2,000 of them in my pocket. 8% I've paid to Arbeidsmarked. It's a job market tax, like 8%. And on top of this 8%, 55%. To avoid such mistake, please contact Scat and don't be shy, because they do speak English, and they will definitely help you to just make a text card. But why would you need to text card if you don't have a job? And speaking about the job, it's relatively easy to find a job in Denmark, and the unemployment rate here is pretty low. At least a cleaning job, it is possible, I guess, to have, with a high chance you will have it. Maybe you're coming here with education from your home country, or like career from your home country. I would rather not expect that you will be treated equally to those who has lived here and got the local education, because this is not the case. And just trust me, the lack of Danish, it also plays its role. And as far as I know, it will take you about a year to get your dream job. So just be ready for that. The job opportunities or amount of job opportunities, it depends on your location. And this is also a thing that I wish I knew before moving to Denmark. You better not to move to Copenhagen right away. There are some pluses and minuses, and you can actually watch a video about pluses and minuses of Copenhagen that I have made. In terms of integration, I believe this is not the best place to be in, or to live in, or to start with, because here people, they speak English. And probably you will also meet a lot of people who are working in the service and they speak only English, right? How are you going to learn Danish? As soon as I moved here, I remember I was just traveling on the west coast of Jutland, and I was deep down there in Denmark, and as soon as I just come to the bus driver told me something, and I was like, sorry, can you say it in English? Because I just arrived to Denmark, And he was like, ugh. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Then I was just living in this small village. We had like a grocery store. Whenever I was coming to the grocery store, there was a lady, they asked pretty much the same questions, but my Danish was so poor at the time, so I didn't understand what she was saying. And I was like, sorry, can you say it in English? And she was like, ah. But I felt bad, and I felt really unwelcome here. But it actually motivated me to learn Danish, so at least I could speak to those people who cannot speak to me in English, because you will definitely find them as soon as you just step out from Copenhagen, okay? And that's why I would rather not start my journey with Copenhagen, because it's really expensive. And do I need to tell you that the renting here is crazy? To move in, you need to pay for 3 months of like your renting, and also like maybe 1 month for something else, 1 month for something else. And if your initial price for renting the apartment, like monthly payment, is about 10,000 Danish krone, you need to be ready to actually have 60,000 Danish krone to just move in. And like you've done nothing. You didn't even move furniture. You have nothing in the apartments, right? No, I mean, like you have kitchen and the bathroom. That's it. I'm not even talking about this period of time when you will be like unemployed or something, when you just move in and like everything is new. It's going to be really difficult. I guess like emotionally it's also going to be difficult to start with Copenhagen. So that's why I don't really recommend it, because you can actually get wrong impression of Denmark. And if you're moving actually to Jutland, you could find apartments for 4,000 Danish krone and with depositum of, I don't know, like 12,000 Danish krone or maybe 20,000, but 20,000 is something more realistic. There are coming a lot of expenses, because Denmark is expensive. I don't need to tell you that, I guess. This is also I need to mention, before you move to Denmark, please go to the doctor and check your whole health. I know that Danish healthcare system is free, right? But not everything is free. For example, your smile, your teeth. Dental care is not free in Denmark, and it's really expensive. Like, for example, I've paid for one plastfyldning. I don't know how it's going to be in English, but it's just like, I have cavity and they just put some plastic on top. And I have paid 2,000 Danish krone for one tooth. How about that? And I needed to make like 3. So, and it cost me 6,000 Danish krone just to make my teeth. And like in Russia, I would rather pay like 1,000 or like 2,000 Danish krone instead of 6. And yeah, the quality is almost, I guess, the same. The salaries here are much higher. So that's why it's like reasonable. And this price difference is actually making me crazy. I'm considering to have braces in the like near future. And I was going to dentist, like orthodont here in Copenhagen, and the final price of the whole this braces treatment, it will be like 62,000 Danish kroner. Then I just took a train to Malmö to Sweden, and it takes like, I don't know, 40 minutes, whatever. And they told me like, oh, it's gonna be like 30,000 Danish kroner. Double less. And it just took me 40 minutes, That's crazy. Take care of your teeth. right before you move into Denmark. Please do it. Like, I know nobody likes to do it, but it's just like the best piece of advice that I can give to you. You know, like Danes say, this cannot go. Like, everything's gonna be fine. If you're really considering to move here, just do it. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, but I guess it's worth it. Just don't give up. Promise this to me with Danish language. Don't do that. So if you have any questions or you disagree or agree, please let me know in the comments and we will just come up with some nice discussion together. If you want to know 5 reasons why I love Denmark, click on this video. And if you want to know how to learn Danish, click here. Have fun. Bye.